Welcome to the channel, Peter's Nerd Cave. This is going to be my first official video, and I want to talk a little bit about the Steam summer sale pickups that I did today. For my first pickup, we're going from true hard summer fashion to a game in cold space with Shipbreakers. This is an awesome game. I've been playing it for a little while. It currently has a 43% discount, and it's down to $20 or $19.94. So basically, you're the opposite of a construction worker in space. You demolish ships. Everything in zero G, zero gravity. You use your latch, your cutter. It sounds really boring, but it's actually really addicting and fun. Just taking the ship apart one by one, depositing the pieces in all the different areas, and it's really, really fun. It's very addicting, and all the critics seem to agree. I would definitely pick this one up. For the second pickup, we go from outer space to the depths of hell with Devil May Cry 5. I haven't played this one much yet, but I was a big fan of Devil May Cry 3, which I really played to death. It was an awesome game, just going and vanquishing all the demons with Dante. In this you play as three different characters, V, Dante, and Virgil, I believe. Like I said, I haven't played much yet, but the critics all say it's a great game. And it's down 67%. Down to $10, so this is also another great pickup. For my third pickup, we're going back into space with System Shock. This game has only a 20% discount, so it's not great, but I really wanted this game. I heard a lot of good stuff about the first, the original. This is a remake, 2023 remake, and it only just came out, and I've heard a lot of good stuff about this one too. You're basically a hacker who has to take down a rogue ship AI, Shodan, who's gone completely mental, super creepy, and she is trying to basically exterminate Earth. I'm super excited to play this one. Then to my fourth pickup, this is Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. Also a pretty recent game. It's now on discount for 50% to $22.50, so that's a pretty good discount. It's an XCOM-like style game where you play as the Order of the Grey Knights, and you have to take down the Chaos God Nurgle, who is spreading a plague, and he's trying to set up on the apocalypse, and you have to stop him with your demon hunters, your Grey Knights. From what I've played, it's really fun so far, like a really good XCOM-like game. It has all the systems you're used to, the cover mechanics, the grid-based movement system, different abilities for all the knights. It's very well done, and definitely worth a pickup. On to number 5 on the list, Rogue Legacy 2. I was a big fan of the original Rogue Legacy. From what I've heard, this one only improves upon that. Rogue Legacy is a Metroidvania type game where you play in a procedurally generated castle that you have to explore, defeat all the bad guys. When you die, you don't lose all your permanent traits or your permanent stats, but you lose all your weapon, all the systems you're used to from your roguelites. The hook with this one is that you yourself don't come back, but your kids basically pick up the mantle, and they each have like a little trait, like a funny little thing that they have. For example, you can have IBS, where every once in a while when you jump, they let one rip. Or another one that I thought was funny was Clumsy, where every item that you touch instantly breaks. So this one's on discount for 35%, and it's down to $16.24. Pretty good deal as well. On to number 6. We're going from castle exploration to deep space exploration with No Man's Sky. Everybody and their grandma pretty much has heard of the redemption arc of No Man's Sky, and I'm pretty excited to play this now. I have never played it before. This is the first time I've picked it up, but I've heard it's insane. All the different systems, all the things you can do, trading, just space exploration, all the different planets that you can land on, base building, and even, you can believe it, has a story, I've heard. So I'm pretty excited to check this one out. The discount's pretty good. It's 50% off, down to $30. I'm definitely gonna play this one a lot. I already know that. Then to the penultimate game of this list, Old World. And this is kind of a cross between Civilization and Crusader Kings. It's a 4X type game. I forgot what all the X's stand for, but something like Civilization is a 4X game. And for some reason, Crusader Kings is not. I don't know exactly why, but it's a cross between these two. It has the storytelling of Crusader Kings, and it has the exploration and expanding from Civilization. So I'm very curious how this plays out, but I've heard really good things of it. Discount's 25%. It's down to $30, so pretty good discount. and overall I'm happy with this pickup as well. Then the last game, Darkest Dungeon 2, and I am probably the most excited for this game out of all my pickups. I was a big fan of the original Darkest Dungeon, even though I never finished it, I have to admit. The endgame grind was just too much for me, and you had to bring all your heroes into the final dungeon, and then they die, and it was just too crazy for me. So I have heard that Darkest Dungeon isn't much better, it's just as hard as the first one, but it has completely different overhauled systems, it plays completely different. You still have your group of 4 people, but you're in a stagecoach exploring this Lovecraftian world, just going through it, defeating all these Lovecraftian bad guys and trying to get through it. Again, you'll die a lot. It's still the same old punishing roguelike game that you're used to. I've heard a lot of people don't like it as much as the first one, but I'm just gonna try it. I'm excited. And if I don't like it, it wasn't too bad. It was a 20% discount, it was $31.99, so not great, but I really wanted to play this game. So I picked it up anyway, and that was the last game on my list. So I picked up a good amount of games, 8, and I'm sure I will pick up some more games over the next couple of weeks. I spent about $210 or so for these 8 games, which isn't bad. I think I got a good amount of discount. And as you probably know, there are many more games on sale. If you have any good recommendations or thoughts on the games that I picked up, let me know in the comments. And otherwise, I hope to see you guys in the next one.